A majority of likely New York voters believe that Governor Andrew Cuomo should resign, indicating declining support for the elected official as he faces a series of controversies and growing calls to step down. According to a poll released Friday from left-leaning think tank Data for Progress, the survey conducted from March 13th to March 16th and shared exclusively with New York news organization City and State found that 58% of 484 likely voters believe Cuomo should step down when they were given context about the allegations against him. Additionally, just 15% of likely voters surveyed said they would vote to re-elect the governor for a historic fourth term, with just 18% of Democrats indicating their support. In New York, which has no limits on the number of consecutive terms a governor can serve, Cuomo faces a 2022 re-election. However, his future appears increasingly uncertain in a series of scandals facing his administration, including sexual harassment allegations and his office's admission that it intentionally withheld data on the COVID death toll in New York's nursing homes. In terms of Cuomo's job approval rating, about 41% of respondents in Friday's poll said they either strongly or somewhat approved of the Democrats' overall performance. So, this is very interesting because one of the things I hate about these allegations, regardless if you believe them or not, is that they took away a lot of the attention that could have been put on Cuomo as governor, withholding data on the number of people that were dying in nursing homes from COVID. And this would be very interesting because we hadn't really seen another governor caught up in some kind of scandal like this. Like, hey, let me make sure that we don't tell the truth, so Trump doesn't investigate, because this took place last year when Trump was still in office. Um, I find this really interesting. It's one of the quickest turnarounds I've ever seen for a politician. Like last year when he was doing the press conferences, oh my God, what a great governor! He's so amazing, and he's such a leader. And then after these women come out and we get the report about the nursing home thing, it's just a steep decline. I mean, 18%. Unfortunately, what ends up happening is that people have a tendency to forget things. So even if a majority of them are mad at him over this, uh, I mean, you got to remember Biden had a allegation against him. Trump had allegations against him. So many men who have been successful in politics have had these claims made against them and still won their, reelection or whatever race that they were in. So it's very hard for me to see this as actually changing his mind about running for another term, and stopping him from getting the nomination again. But, there's always a chance. I just think that there's a lot of stuff he's done wrong on a policy level that should be talked about, but because people like sensationalist stuff, they're going to use this scandal more so as a way to prevent him from getting reelected. Which again, it is significant to know whether the governor likes to touch people or not, but there's a lot of stuff that could be discussed and it's getting overlooked for allegations that, like I said, if he resigns, these things are going to go away. It's going to be just like when Roy Moore lost the Senate seat in Alabama. Right after that, they vanished. Same thing with Herman Cain. Hell, you didn't really hear much about the women accusing Trump after the first year. So, we'll see. This is definitely heating up, and it's really sad too.